You're listening to WREK Atlanta. This is Live at WREK.
Oh, you're listening to Wait, Don't Wreck Me, WREK's live, non-news, non-quiz show. I'm legendary anchorman Bill Curtis, and this is your host, Peter Sagal.
Yikes. Okay, anyways. My name's Jack, and today we have an unusual Live at WREK. So 2 weeks ago, Safari Williams played Live at WREK. They're like a local Atlanta band, and they had a cool set. And we have not mixed it yet for the YouTube page. So we, in lieu of like our laziness, we're going to mix it right now on air. But there are 5 people mixing it right now. We got Mason, we got Austin, we got Jib, we got DJ Bebop, we got Metro Cream. It's going to be an experience. So the plan is at 10:37, I believe, right now. They're going to have 35 minutes to mix it, and they are starting from scratch. And they have no idea what, like, they know what the tracks sound like because they were there, but like, they're starting from scratch. They're going to get it done, and they're starting right now. You guys ready?
Let's go.
Let's do this thing. Okay, just to start us off, we got some judges here too. You got 5 judges in the studio. You can want to introduce yourselves?
I'm Matthew.
Ryan.
You gotta come a little bit closer because we got a mic right here. Tony. Come on over. Don't be shy.
I'm Fielding.
Roll.
Cool. It's a lot of different people. Do any of you guys have producing experience?
No.
So nobody does. Do you, Ro? No. Okay, cool. So you got.
I've used Audacity once.
Audacity is the. There's a variety of. There's a very strong variety of like tools we're using right now. Victor, what are you using? You're using. Can you say it on the mic?
Using Ableton 9.
Nice. Nick, what are you using?
Reaper.
Austin, what are you using?
Logic Pro.
Mason, what are you using?
Logic Pro.
And Jib, my free and open source guy.
I'm using Ardour 5, the only free and open source digital audio workstation.
There will be one day when free and open source is the only digital audio workstation. But in the meantime, we don't have that right now. So I'm just kind of winging this thing. But hey, Victor, could you play a little bit of the track for a second? Well, I guess I never labeled yours, but yeah, you're the 1 and 2, so give it a go. Let's just kind of hear it. Yeah, press the 1s and 2s. So this is completely raw, right? Yeah, that's great. It already sounds great. I mean, they're a great band, so there's a lot of easy stuff to work with already. So, but they got to make it sound better. Because if you ever heard of like mixing is kind of making it like so each track is like at a correct volume, the correct EQ, correct a lot of things. It's a really hard process, and people are paid a lot of money to do it sometimes. But nobody's getting paid here tonight.
I love college radio.
So I'm Shayna Farkas, one of your hosts tonight, and I have Mason here fiddling around with a lot of very colorful things. Can you tell us what these different colors represent?
They represent the, basically the color I think of when I hear the sound. So as you can tell, the bass is brown, which is a nice warm round color, and the guitar is a bright red, which is representing how in your face and loud it is.
Ah, so
And that
kind of
just
like synesthesia,
Helps me get into
huh?
the zone, yeah.
Cool.
So, like, you chose those. Oh, he's back mixing. He chose those colors?
I think so.
Okay. I don't understand how this works. Jack, are we going to, like, listen to them mixing, like, while they mix? Like...
So yeah, in about, like, 5 or 10 minutes, we'll, like, check in on them. Think of it like a reality cooking show, basically.
So you're telling me that the 3 of us, me, you, and Shayna, have to stall for time just talking?
No longer. Austin's got a little track. He's got a little something to go for right here. Okay, I think you're this one. Wait, let me look. Okay, you're this one. All right, give it a go. So we just got some drums and bass going right there. You want to talk about it?
Yeah. So I always start off. My mixes here with the drums, and I create a track stack here for the drums. I don't really know why I start with drums. I feel like it's kind of just the basis of the mix, so that's what I'm going for. You can probably hear them right now in the background. I'll turn it up a little bit. Yeah, there we go. There it is. Cool. You'll also notice I have the bass there. So the only thing I have going right now is a little bit of EQ on the drums. I have the overheads panned to their respective left and right positions. And then I have a little bit of EQ on the snare drum. And then on the bass guitar, I have a FET compressor. And I have it side chained to the kick. Just about 4 dB of compression on the bass, so that it makes a little bit of room in the mix for the kick drum. Next thing I'm gonna do is start looking at some snare reverb, I think, because I think it needs to be a little spicier on the snare drum here. So I've made a new track and named it Snare Reverb, and now I'm gonna go add some reverb here. This is gonna sound pretty wild for a second. Oh, there it is, it's happening. Okay, let me just start with a preset here and then I'll tweak it from there. I'm currently using the Logic Pro Chroma Verb, which is new to Logic 10.14 point whatever the heck it is, and I like it because it has lots of pretty colors. So I'm going to turn up the decay so it sounds like the snare is really in a big room here. I'm going to turn this up so I can hear it. I can't actually hear it right now. Let me put on my headphones for a second so I can hear this thing.
So that was a lot of very technical talk from Austin.
Right, and I couldn't even chime in with any puns because there's only one mic. So, like, that's a problem that Jack is fixing.
Yeah, let's get on that.
Yeah.
So, what is your response to Austin's technique for adjusting his audio tracks?
Try not to listen to what my competitors are doing because I don't want to mess up my flow. I've been in the music mixing business for about 8 minutes now.
Can I move?
If you want.
Okay, thank you.
I understand. Being that close to the action is a little intimidating.
Yeah.
So Oh. Go right ahead. Tell me when I'm good.
You're good to go.
Alright, so right now I've just been playing with the sliders. I don't know what a reverb is. So I know. I kind of like it because like the guitar is kind of the star, so is the bass.
Normalize. You're clipping. Normalize. There should be a button somewhere. I've only ever used Audacity. There will be a button that says normalize. There's also a button that says reverb, and you can press it, and I bet that'll do something.
I'm just saying, like the stylistic choice. The clipping is a stylistic choice.
That's a bad stylistic choice.
That was that's some intense stuff right there. Okay, I'm turning you off. Okay, we got Victor, the chief engineer of WREK, right here. You want to talk a little bit what you're doing? You're on, by the way. Oh, there you go. Hot.
Right now, I'm totally ripping off Austin's technique. I'm starting with the basics right here, stripped down, and yeah. So right now I'm just I really only want bass on this, so I think that's all I'm gonna do. Yeah.
Oh my god. Thank you, Victor.
Classic emulation of the Austin technique.
A classic emulation. Okay, Jib, what you got going on?
I'm Googling how to use this.
Oh. Can you play it right now?
I have the raw mix right now.
Give me a little sample. Give it a go. Oh, you can plug it in. Okay, let's go. Yeah, it sounds pretty raw. I like it.
because I've done literally nothing to it yet. I'm in the process of doing the in-depth technique of Googling how the heck to use this software.
So why is the software different than everybody else's software?
I don't know if it's different or not.
Well, it's free and open source.
Free and open source, and that means I don't have to pay for it, and also all the code's online for anyone to read.
That makes it better in every single way. So you automatically win in my book. So just letting you know.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're going hard here. This is the live mix-off on WREK Atlanta. Gwen, give it a go.
Oh, we're just chatting about how he's clipping a lot. Yeah.
So I took some advice from the judges. They said they wanted me to normalize my audio. So I did that, and now all my tracks are clipping.
I'm not a judge.
You want to hear it?
I'm legendary anchorman Bill Curtis.
You're on.
Now
You gotta talk to the mic.
well, I normalized it. Now it's all clipping, as you can probably hear.
So you gotta normalize it to a lower decibel value. The point of normalizing is like it brings the volume to a normal volume.
I understand the concept, but there's only there are two buttons for normalizing, and neither of them seem to be helping.
They don't give you like numbers. You can't be like normalized to something.
Yeah, I'm ready for this.
Oh my god.
All right, talk about you got a guitar here going, Austin?
Oh wait, I'm on right now? Oh, okay. So it's Austin, and I'm back, and I mix the drums and the bass, and I'm working on the guitar right now. So this is what the guitar sounds like just by itself. Here we go. Cool. So all I've done to this is fired up a little EQ, and I have high passed it at about 100 hertz, so it cuts out some of the low bass from the guitar, and I've tweaked the highs just a little bit, cut out some of the mids, so it's a little less boxy. But it just sounds like you're standing right in front of the guitar amp, and I wanted to give it a little bit of ambience, a little bit of space, so duplicated that track and made a reverb track, and I'm going to add it in so you can hear it right now. Cool. So now we've got some reverb going, and that reverb is about 2.6 seconds of decay, and I have it panned a little bit to the left. So this is what my guitar is sounding like right now. I'm going to tweak the EQ on that reverb because I think there's a little too much low mid in it, but I'm hoping I can hand this mic off to Mason. Oh, cool. That'll work too.
I'm like super good at stalling for time on air, so I'm not stalling, but I'm just saying that if I were, I would be good at it. So we've got some people doing things with reverb, I guess. Austin is doing things with reverb, and anyway, so DJ Metro Cream, whose real name I don't know. Oh,
it's Nick.
Nick. Okay, so we've got an actual name here for Nick, and we have a DJ Cowboy something over here too.
So Nick, did you add any effects?
So I looked up in the help window reverb, and it said it couldn't find anything. So now I'm gonna try Google.
So wait, Austin, when you add reverb, is there a button that you press that says reverb?
Well, talk to the mic.
Oh, so not really. I'm using a DAW called Logic Pro, which has a bunch of built-in presets. So I go down here to my mixer window that kind of tries to emulate an analog recording desk, and there are places where you can add these things called plugins, which are basically like little processing units that you can do different things to the sound with.
So there's not like a reverb plugin.
There is a reverb plugin.
So
there are many different reverb plugins.
You press a button that says reverb.
Sort of. So I go down here to...
Nick doesn't have one.
Well, that's probably because he doesn't have a reverb plugin installed in his DAW. So if you...
He wasn't prepared for the mix-off.
That's...
Do you know where it is?
No.
Reaper comes with a reverb plugin.
Cool. So what you should do
Snap,
is...
crackle, and pop.
You should go into... Let me see this thing.
Oh, wholesome mix-off.
Yeah, I'm gonna help you here.
They are helping each other.
Where in the heck is the plugin window?
We are learning
In,
here at the Georgia Institute of Technology,
plugin.
folks.
Well, it should actually be pretty obvious down here in the mixer somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh, effects. So where is your guitar track?
Oh, it's opening something else up.
Yeah, there you go. So you see all these things? These are all called plugins. And find one. So filter here and type in reverb. Bang in. Use one of those and it'll start to sound like reverb.
This is so good. Okay.
I knew how to do it the entire time.
Yeah, okay. Well, I mean, it's not even stalling for time. Like, that's just good radio.
Yeah, it's great to learn something about how this mixing actually happens and what you actually have to do to get those special effects on these sounds that we're hearing.
Okay, so I want to bug someone. And how much can the DJs hear me? Yeah, okay.
Mason.
Mason? All right.
Let's check it in. Let's check in with Mason.
Mason,
you mixed online.
All right, hey guys, I'm Mason. Right now I'm working on my drums. So I have my master drum track completed right here. You can probably hear it. Right now I'm doing a parallel compression where we take the drum track and we send it to another track and we compress the heck out of that track and then add those two together and it sounds pretty spicy in the end. So
what does that do? Like,
it makes it real spicy.
Can you describe spicy in some other words?
Memes
that may
are
help us
spicy.
understand?
Drum tracks aren't spicy.
Ooh, that is incorrect.
Wait till you hear this one.
Okay, let's listen to
Yeah, play the
spicy
spicy drum
drums
track.
then.
Or are you still going?
Yeah, it's playing right now. I'm sure you can hear it.
How is it spicier than it was before? How is it spicier than it was before? I need to know.
Well, it's louder for one.
That's good. Drums should be loud, but you could use like a volume button for that.
That's not as fun.
No, you gotta
That's
use
fair,
that
okay.
parallel compression to make it thick. Because the drums have got to be thick.
Thick and spicy.
Interesting.
Just like me.
So we've got some adjectives going on here to describe music that I'm not accustomed to hearing describing music. I'm more used to loud and maybe raucous. I don't know what other terms you're
Raucous?
used to hearing.
Ruckus?
No, raucous.
Is it like
R-A-U.
a ruckus caused by rock music?
No, I believe it's like sort of expansive and
Racus?
This is a New York word.
It's
I'm sorry. I'm from the
RACOUS.
north. Apparently, I have a whole different vocabulary up there.
Your IQ is way bigger.
Sometimes we describe music as pop, but in the South we call it soda.
Don't acknowledge that one. That's real rough. That was one of the roughest things I've ever heard. Okay, Victor, can we check in with you?
Oh, his mix is rougher.
Yeah, it's pretty rough right now. So there's really not much going on here. It's
Can we give a sample?
Safari Williams, yeah. But everything is very bright right now. I'm gonna work on making this very bright. But I think this guitar, what it needs is a little more energy. So I'm just gonna go ahead and make these guys stand out a little more. You know, we want some good radio airplay. I think what the kids are listening to is mostly guitar music. So we're gonna go.
Okay. That was a lot, and I don't know if we can ever handle that. We couldn't hear Victor describe that as it was happening, but you can imagine what was happening.
I know you took it away from me for the soda joke.
Oh, God.
But it was a good joke. I'm a radio host in the making.
Let's check in with the judges.
Yeah.
Let's walk on over.
Oh my God. How long
We got
are
some
these,
judges over here.
Chords?
These chords are pretty long. We can
They're like over here?
we can go pretty far.
All right.
Hey, judges. How you guys feeling?
Pretty good. I really like what I'm hearing.
Very impressed with the last track.
Wait, does anyone want like a microphone?
Yeah, you guys should talk to the microphone. When do you guys should come up here?
Hoopst.
You gotta kind of walk up, I think. It's a little bit short. A little bit short.
I'm one of the judges, Raul. I just want to say I really don't mind the clipping. I think a lot of great artists have done clipping. Iggy Pop, Kanye West. So I think Nick should keep doing what he's doing.
That was Victor. Or Nick's doing it too, I guess. It's a clipping style. Yeah, what do you guys think of the clipping?
That's the way to go.
It's the way to go?
Yes.
That's not true.
It could be.
You talking to the mic?
Yeah, I agree. I think the clipping sounds great because it kind of changes the entire genre of the song. It goes from like cool, like indie pop to metal. So it's pretty cool.
Nice. Well, we'll be checking in for the judges again in about 15 minutes. We're getting close to the time, so you guys better be getting hyped up. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Red Bull only.
So are we gonna listen to the same song 5 times?
On
air?
30 seconds of it.
Oh, okay.
We're not gonna listen to
I think that would be make for really interesting radio.
2 minutes the same song.
To just play the same song 5 times in a row.
Okay.
I should do that tonight. On Girl Rock.
That's not true. You're making a wrong mistake right there. Okay, we're coming back in. We're coming back in. Where you at, Austin? You want to talk? Okay.
Sure, I can talk.
Give a little talk.
You wanna put my mix on? Cool. All right. So let's see. Since I was on last, I have gone through my vocal microphones. There's 3 of them for this band. I think you can hear some ambient vocals right now, kind of in the background of the rest of the music. What I've done right now is taken them and panned them. So I've got one of them panned way to the right, one way to the left, and one a little bit to the right. So none of them are super in the center, but they're but yeah. What's up, Gwen?
Panning? What does that word mean?
So panning means you're taking the audio and you're playing it through either the left or the right speaker.
Okay.
Or some combination of left or right. It kind of allows you to put instruments in their places in the mix so that when you're listening to it, the instruments seem like they are, separated in space.
Right. So do you do it in a way that's because some songs you listen to them and you've just got a guitar playing in one ear for the start. Do you do it in a way that's noticeable like that? Or is this a thing that every single person who mixes music does and we just don't know?
Well, I would say that probably almost every mix you've ever heard on the radio has been panned to some extent. If you played everything through just center pan, there wouldn't be very much space in the mix. It would sound like all the instruments were coming from a single point.
That makes sense.
And that kind of defeats the purpose of stereo.
Right. Cool. Good learning.
Yeah.
So I have a question for you here. There are a lot of very popular speakers that are very, very small. So it's not like those handheld speakers, like the Bluetooth ones, really have space that they can give by separating the left and right. So how do those kind of handle that?
Well, in a lot of those speakers, you'll actually have a left and a right input, and then there will be digital signal processors in those devices that will either combine them to play through a single speaker driver, or there will actually be separate drivers. Even in my little laptop speakers, there are separate left and right speakers.
Wait, what about back behind you?
Even though it wouldn't really matter. Behind me, quadraphonic?
Yeah. Quadraphonic or bus, dude?
I agree with you, but we're currently not mixing in quadraphonic.
I thought we only had 3 phones in WREK.
Oh, God.
Wow.
There's actually 6 phones in WREK? Yeah. There's some hidden ones. There's some sneaky ones around here, too.
I thought there were 4.
Hey, just want to let everybody know.
I thought there were 4.
Quadraphonic.
Oh, God. You can call in at 404-894-2468. Yeah.
Please call in.
See,
I would love to talk to you
puns were
about
bad,
sidechain compression.
But my puns led you into giving the number on air.
Oh, God.
I'm doing great.
You're doing great. I agree with that.
I'm legendary anchorman Bill Curtis.
Oh, my God. Want to talk? Let's check in with some of the guests.
Yeah.
The mixers?
The mixers.
We haven't spoken to Jib in a while. Let's
you're
go
right.
take a long look what's going on in our open source DAW.
Oh, yeah.
Are you plugged in, Jib?
We're switching in right now.
Wait, tell me why yours is better than Audacity.
It's better than Audacity because I was told it's better than Audacity. I have no idea what I'm doing.
That's how I get my pretentious opinions, too. Just when someone tells me something, I'm like, yeah.
So I'm just putting a bunch of reverb on things because reverb's a slider that I found, and I can slide it, and it makes some stuff happen that sounds really weird.
Okay, so is there a...
Yeah, we're getting a call.
There is a call. We
don't know how to put
potentially
callers
coming
on
in.
air, so I think we're just
So we're going to wait for Jack to see if we can get that caller on air. But
I
for
have
now,
successfully put a caller on air one time in all of my time with Rec Radio. I don't know how to do it. I don't think we're going to do it.
very sorry to our listener out there trying to reach us at the moment.
You can reach us. We're just not going to put you in air.
If anyone can get you on air, Jack can do it.
Yeah, but I don't think we're going to.
Well, that's a call to Jack.
I'll read your comments.
Yes, so we do have the
I'll read the
Facebook
emojis.
Live. We can read comments aloud if you'd like that to be done on air.
Laughing, crying emoji. Laughing, crying emoji. Laughing, crying emoji. Laughing, crying emoji.
Okay, sounds good.
Pan that swear word, yo. Who's taking
Yo,
bets?
can
I want to throw down.
we
on
should
the
put
mix-off.
it on there. Let me.
Jack's not here.
Oh boy,
I don't know which one you are.
I'm pretty sure I'm. Why does he have those two on? Cool. I think you can hear me now. I've just done something that is pretty wild. I have side chained everything to the kick drum.
Side chained?
Yeah. So sidechain compression is where you take a compressor and you put it on a track or a group of tracks, and then you trigger that compressor with the audio from another track. So essentially, in English, what I'm doing here is I'm reducing the volume of everything else when the kick drum hits to make room for the kick drum.
That's really
so
cool.
if I crank this effect to like really, really obvious, which I'll do right now. So you'll probably be able to hear like some pulsing in the mix. You can hear where everything else like kind of goes away when the kick drum hits. And I mean, that's an effect, and I guess it could be used for artistic direction if you wanted to. But I'm going to use it a little bit more subtly, so it's going to sound
It's
a little
still
bit.
artistic direction if it's subtle.
I guess that's
You're
true.
doing good.
That's true. So I'm doing like maybe 2-3 dB of compression. So I'm reducing the volume level of the rest of the tracks just a little bit to kind of make room for the kick drum when it hits. So it has more like punch and impact.
That's really cool.
Well, I guess it's the same. I get some word from the band. Yeah. So the band just called in, and they said that the snare drum has to be panned 23 left.
20 to the left?
23 left.
So what if I have some incredible reverb on the snare drum? Can I just pan the reverb to the left?
They were very adamant about 23 left.
What if there used to be 23 snare drums,
All right,
drums,
get over
but now
here
there are
with
only
the camera,
22 left?
Clarisse. I'm gonna pan this thing 23 to the left. All right.
I'm sorry.
Safari Williams, if you're watching on Facebook Live right now, you got 23 to the left on your snare drum.
Yeah, you're gonna be disqualified if you don't do 23 left. Just let everybody know.
Can everyone hear?
Yeah,
all
23
of
left.
our mixers?
23 left.
Huh?
23 left.
23 what?
Left.
There used to be 24 snare drums, and now there are only 23 left.
I've been putting reverb on everything. I don't know what that means.
Do you know how
can I
to
get a little
pan
sample of that?
audio?
You know what? Yes, you can. So I was told the reverb's good, and I figured out how to do that. And then Austin gave me a very helpful tip. He said compressors sound good, so I put 2 on each thing. Or I'm in the process of. I only have it on a few. Oh, here it is, my beauty. You get to listen to some live mixing. I'm still adding the compressors. There's a lot to choose from. I'm just going with the 1175 compressor and the something else. I don't know what it is.
Did you like pick them just like randomly, or did you listen to a few different ones and choose one?
I couldn't decide, so that's why I'm using 2.
Are you okay? So you're like double compressing it.
Yeah.
You're double compressing everything.
Yeah.
If you compress everything,
You're right. It cancels out, and then nothing's compressed.
well, maybe
That's a
not
good
nothing's
point.
compressed, but like, no. But like, wouldn't you would wanna like compress something to like bring out something else, right? Right?
He told me to put it on
Music
everything.
boy. You would want to compress something to
You
bring
and
out something
verbatim,
else?
like you just put that sucker on everything.
I mean, well, if you use the settings that I said, then it wouldn't be terrible on everything, but you really shouldn't put the compressor on everything. although you should put a compressor on your master track.
That's what I should put it on. That's how I do it on. I've been going track by track.
Hey, just want to let everybody know there is only 6 minutes left. So you guys
I thought
gotta
it was 23 left.
No, 6 minutes. We ended at
23
10:37.
left?
23? What? Oh God, no! I hate that so much. That is
Who's
the
on first?
Oh God, no! Oh God. Okay.
Okay,
10.
so we've got 23 left for the snare drum, and how many minutes left in the competition?
6 minutes left in the competition.
6 minutes. Okay, are all the mixers aware?
Yes.
There are 6 minutes
I'm
left.
about to drop some compression on the master track if y'all want to tune in.
Jack, that's your job.
Let's listen to Mason, I think. I think it's a little secret. I haven't heard from Mason in a second. Mason, you ready?
Ready.
Okay, you're.
Drop some compressor on that master track.
Mason's on. Mason's coming
Not
from
quite
behind.
there yet, but it's coming together. I've got most of the tracks ready. Just been working on the vocals. It's sort of difficult. We've got a lot of bleed on the vocal mics, so drums are coming in.
Okay, so what was bleed again? What does that mean?
That means like on the vocal mics, we want to only have vocals, but we have sound coming in from the drums when we recorded it. So that makes it a little hard. We can't compress it as much because the drums will come in more, and we don't really want them.
Interesting. So this is Mason's mix we have on the back now.
Yeah. What do you want to say,
Go
Jib?
the jib now.
So because I heard I'm supposed to put the snare on 23 left, I'm gonna put everything else 23 right.
Oh God.
Wouldn't that net to a
works.
sort of extra emphasis on the snare? I like
The snare is the only thing in the 23 left area. That's how it works.
Interesting choice. I guess we'll hear how that pans out.
You shoot 23 left, and then everything else 99 right.
Oh, that was good. She did a pun. Anyway, make sure you have your really good speakers so we can hear the ridiculous panning that is apparently happening.
Yeah, it's getting real.
So, like, if you're tuned in on your bad speakers, right now is the time to grab your good speakers. You have about 5 minutes to grab your good speakers.
Yeah, so after at 10:37, what we're going to do is, what do you want to say, Jim?
What I'm doing is actually called the frying pan technique.
Yikes. Okay, what we're going to do at 10:37 is everybody's going to, all the mixers are going to dip out of here and leave their laptops, and we're going to play each of the tracks. We'll play about 30 seconds of each, and we're going to decide who did it best. You can call in the station, and we'll take your vote, but you have to, like, literally just say, like, hey, I thought that one was really good, and we'll consider it. The judges will consider it. Judges are very objective.
I think we may be able to number them so that if you'd like to comment, we can get some feedback for our mixers of
That sounds very hard.
of things that you've loved. So just say, hey,
Yes.
I loved number 4.
Exactly.
You know?
Not votes. We don't have to count them.
Oh, God.
No,
I just
I
heard
don't think
Victor's
we're
for a
gonna do
second.
votes.
We're not counting your Facebook comments.
Sorry about that.
We can.
Jack's going to count your Facebook comments.
I'll think about it.
Jack's going to think about counting your Facebook comments.
So we may get some post-competition counting of Facebook comments,
Yeah,
but I believe
exactly.
we may be pressed for time.
We're pretty pressed for time, I think.
For
It's
on
a little
the air,
dangerous. A little
yes.
dangerous.
Okay.
You got about 3 minutes left. Okay, we're gonna take a sample of all the mixes right now at the same time, just to make sure everybody's doing good.
Interesting.
This is a technique that they use in modern classical music sometimes.
Have you seen that Parks and Rec episode where their fake version of NPR does a segment called Jazz plus Jazz equals Jazz?
No, but it sounds pretty sick.
They play 2 jazz songs over each other because studies show their listeners like jazz.
Oh my God. Whew. We got one ready. How's everybody else doing? How you feeling, Victor?
Of course. I'm going to win.
Oh my God.
Victor has some confidence.
That's a big statement. Nick, what's your final statement?
Reverb is good.
That's true. I agree with that one. Jib, what you got to say?
Hi. How are you guys doing?
That's a good statement. Okay, Mason, what you got to say?
Mason's deep in the mix.
Last comments?
What?
Last comment.
No.
Okay,
No.
nothing to say.
The deepest of all. Well, we're getting close. We're about to count down to the sucker. I'm pulling up the clock right now. We're going to count down. We're going to bring the judges in. We're going to go for this thing.
Okay, we've got a countdown on the screen, and we've
Yeah, we
got
got
our judges standing by to
about
sample.
a minute and 10 seconds. Getting close. Getting real close. This is the first ever mix-off, I think, in college radio history. So I don't know if that's good or positive, but it happened.
It's good or positive. It's either good or positive. There's no other options.
There's no downside.
If you think this show was bad, you can comment on Facebook, but you're wrong.
Oh, man.
It's either good or positive. Pick one. We will not be counting your comments.
Wow. This is some good radio right here. Yeah, this is never going to happen again, but this is happening today.
You hear that, listeners? You're all part of history.
This is history. I don't know if anybody's ever like done anything like this because
I actually looked on YouTube before we did this, and I didn't find anything. So I think you're right,
dude. This is an original format. We're gonna make a lot of money off this one.
It's truly unprecedented.
Truly unprecedented.
This is public radio.
This is public radio. I'm making $0 after this one.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
A lot of money times 0.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
We're getting close to the time. We got about 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands off, everybody. Hands off. Press stop. Press
Headphones
stop.
down.
Headphones down.
Hands off the
Headphones
keyboard and
down.
mouse.
I would have been good if I just had one more minute.
Okay. We're going to start this thing. Okay. There's a lot of people in the production studio right now. We got a lot of judges in here. Got a lot of people.
I have a microphone and anyone can have it.
Give it to Ryan, I think.
Hello.
All right, we're going to start with Mason. Mason, can you talk about your mix for a second? Yep, hand that mic over there.
All right. So I had a lot of trouble with this. Mixing on headphones is hard. The kick drum was really hard to work with. It's really boomy. That is, however, like a common thing in like jazz-influenced music. So I tried to sort of keep that. Don't know how that worked out.
You ready to go?
Ready to go.
Cool. We're going to turn the mics off for a second so we can get just the track. And... Sounded pretty decent. Any comments, judges?
Sounds pretty good.
Yeah, sounds alright.
Ryan, what are you going to say?
I can't point out any flaws.
Okay, that's a lot of commentary. Okay, that's Mason. All right, we're going to go to Victor. Victor, you ready?
Yeah.
Any comments?
Well, I talked to Dan, Tony, and Clark yesterday, and they told me exactly what to do, so I'm following their very specific instructions.
All right, let's do this thing. We're about to turn the mics off, and we're about to hear the mix. You ready, Victor? Let's talk to the mics. The mics are on. Oh, the mics are live. That was experience right there. Judges, any comments?
That was the coolest thing I've ever heard.
Can you turn the control room down for a second? So we're not... yeah, cool.
Very different vibe than what I was expecting. Not the Safari Williams sound that I'm familiar with, but I thought it was pretty neat. Pretty interesting take.
I got a question for you, Victor.
Yeah.
Was the snare drum pan 23 left?
No, it was pan 20.
Oh!
Qualified.
I take it all back. Where's the mic?
I got it here.
Oh, you want to talk into it?
Yeah, that was heavy. That was really heavy. I appreciate that. Heavy, glitch, and it was good.
Cool. Any comments, Ryan? You're the last judge.
It's disqualified anyway. So. It's disqualified.
Oh, okay.
24 left.
Wow. Okay, Nick.
Okay.
You ready for this?
Do I get a preface?
Nick, talk about yours.
So I was heavily inspired by Baroque music, specifically. So I tried to, in my 1 hour of mixing experience, I tried to work that in there. I put reverb on everything.
Hold up. Why are you editing it if it's inspired by Baroque? Because as they say, if it ain't Baroque, don't fix it.
Yikes. Okay, Nick, give it to me.
So many things.
Fine?
Yeah.
Sounds like an instrument. It sounds like the actual bass of the song. I can't actually hear the bass guitar.
This is what it would sound like if you were in the bathroom at the club and they were playing Redbone by Childish Gambino.
That's a very specific situation.
It's a meme.
Oh no!
Thank
you. No memes. No
What,
memes. No memes.
I just said if it ain't Baroque, don't fix it on air.
That's not a meme. That's a pun.
That's fair.
Okay. Nick, thank you. Any comments from the judges?
No.
Anybody else?
I think if I listened to it in headphones, my head would explode.
I felt like I was outside of the venue that was played at.
Bro.
I have a special appreciation for bass-boosted music. So, good job.
Yeah, go for it.
No memes.
No memes. Just this semester, I sound designed a play, right? And I had to pick background music, and the characters were at a party, and there was just music playing at the party. So you had to not hear the lyrics, and it just felt like it was in the background at the party. And I put reverb on everything and bass boosted it. And you did the same thing, and it sounds like I am at a party and just hearing that music in the background, and it's just bass.
Yeah.
It was my first time mixing music. I was just I feel like people are being overly harsh.
You should be a sound designer. That wasn't mean. You should do it.
Well, it does sound like you do have one fan among our judges. You should count that.
And I'll cherish them forever.
Cool. We're gonna go to Jib right now. Jib, you want to talk a bit?
Okay, so in the last 30 seconds, I had an epiphany. I thought, what if my mix wasn't just a normal mix? What if this mix had 7 copies of the snare drum? Each offset 23 left, and each offset by 1/4 of a second.
No.
You ready to go?
I haven't listened to this before because I haven't had time to listen to it.
No.
You're on. Go for it.
Press play. I'm trying.
That's actually like super sick, honestly. But like, it turned out so cool.
Usually you use the drums to like keep beat in music, so this is like a really interesting take on percussion.
You see, I saw Nick as my greatest opponent because obviously beat everyone else. And I just thought, okay, Nick's going to have a really, really just quality...
Metro cream on it. Only Metro cream. Refer to me as Metro cream on air, please.
Nicholas had a high quality mix that I don't think anyone in this room could have beaten. So I thought, maybe, just maybe, I'd be able to do something that no one had ever done before in order to obliterate the competition. And also, I had 7 snare drums at 23 left. Everyone else only had 1 to 0.
Oh, 7 times the qualifications. Okay.
I had 2 snare drums at 23 left. Thank you very much.
That's still 2. That's 5 less than what he's got. Okay. Any comments from the judges?
I want to
comments?
requalify the second one.
I would say that was pretty advanced. It's like Frank Zappa Xenochrony, or however you pronounce it, you know?
Yeah. Anything you guys got to say? Okay. All right, we're going to go to the final mix. This is Austin. Austin, want to talk about it?
Sure. So I actually went with a pretty traditional method for my mix. It's pretty clean. I tried to separate the instruments so you could hear everything like pretty clearly. I tried to make it as like true to the performance as possible, and try to get rid of the bad parts and accentuate the good parts. So here we go. Fast forward to kind of the middle here.
Okay, so let's get the judge's opinion on Austin's mix.
So definitely the most traditional sounding mix. Definitely shows that all the instruments are separated pretty well. I feel like on all the other tracks everything was a little more chaotic, whether that was by design or not. So good job, Austin. Sounds pretty tasty.
Cool. Thanks, man.
Overall, a great mix, but I feel like the creativity was lacking compared to the other contestants. Objectively better, subjectively worse.
Interesting feedback.
The creativity is in the band. It's my job just to make sure it comes through.
Okay, well, it seems we've got all different styles from our different mix masters here in studio. We're going to let the judges deliberate for just a little bit, I believe, and then come back with, I believe, the top 2. I may be wrong on that. We'll confirm that before we make the final announcement. So, Gwen, what were your thoughts on our 5 mixes?
Honestly, like, no memes. The thing that you said about, is it? Oh, that's fine. Bye.
Okay, we're back in the air studio now. Can you scoot for a second, Matthew? I'm going to actually scoot on over. I'm going to put the phone on the air. We got somebody from the band, actually. Dan, can you hear us? Oh, wait. Dan, call back. Yeah, one more time. Cool. Judges, what do you guys think?
Number 2.
Was number 2 the guy with the Terramella shirt?
Yeah.
Because he was my favorite by far. Just because it was a completely different song.
So is the mix that wins the one that's going to go on the YouTube video?
Hopefully.
I agree with the rest of the judges, or at least the ones who have spoken. That was a pretty.
Dan, can you hear us?
That was crazy.
That was a pretty extreme mix.
Oh, cool. We got Dan from the band, Safari Williams. What was your favorite mix?
We dug the 7 snares.
The 7 snares?
It far exceeded the number of snares that we were asking for, so it was great.
Any other comments about the rest of the mixes?
The other one's real good.
Which was the other one?
The reverb hit our bad singing, which was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's good.
So, but 7 snares, man, that was...
You can't curse on air.
Is this live?
Yes, it's live.
I thought this was on Facebook.
No, we're on air right now. 91.1 FM, WREK Atlanta.
Oh.
Cool. Thanks, Dan.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Dan.
Judges, what are y'all's votes? Matthew, what you got to say?
I have to say the second one.
Yeah, the second one, because if that was like just a song on its own, I would like listen to that.
Okay, 2 votes for 2.
I'll add mine to that.
3 votes for 2.
I don't know. I'm gonna be the traditionalist here. I liked Austin's mix, but I also liked 7 snares. That's my second pick.
Ryan,
isn't 7 snares that Sufjan Stevens album?
Oh God. Ryan, you're the deciding vote.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
There's already a majority.
Talk to the mic. Talk to the mic.
There's already a majority, but I will solidify it with my vote for number 2.
Wow. All right, there's a lot of deliberation right here. I can see a lot of heartbreak in the studio right now. Let's bring them all in. Bring them all in. Wait, they're all in here. Okay, well, without further ado, the winner of this mix-off is 2. Victor. Wait, DJ Bebop. Yeah, we're going to go play that one. Okay, enjoy the full mix of 2 of Safari Williams.
Victor is the victor.
Victor, you ready to go? Just go on air when you're ready. I'm going to keep talking until it's